So this is Peggle on the 360, right? Also, PlayStation 2, they're pretty much the same, but we have to show off a couple things. You still have challenge mode. First of all, single player, you still have challenge mode. You still have master duel, quick play, adventure, which I've already beaten. And this is how you check your stats, same as the PC version. But here we have to show off that I'm in a Peggle Knights level, and I can obviously pick every character, no duh. But as you can see, I go to quick play. I gotta get to a Peggle Deluxe level. As you can see, I can pick Marina, no question mark bar, because obviously when you don't have Marina, if you're playing Deluxe, you don't have DLC, you get that question mark bar at the bottom instead of the question mark square. So there we go, Marina. Any level you're in the game, you can pick Marina now, because you can't do it on a PC, obviously. So, and then Warren, here's your trophies. There's no ace trophy in the game, so once again, also something that they forgot about. There's no ace score for the Peggle Knights levels or the Deluxe levels, so of course there is no ace trophy. Even though I think it was meant to be in the game, which we'll get into that later. So you can use Marina in any Peggle Deluxe level, but the buffs that were applied to Tula and Warren don't apply here. I mean, I don't show it in this one, but Tula's flower power. Hold on. As you can see, Warren still has an extra ball. And he will also never be able to get Electro Bolt from the wheel ever. So he'll always have Magic Hat. He'll always have extra ball on his wheel. And he'll always, just the same as Deluxe. So it's just going to be the Magic Hat, the extra ball, the power, and the triple score. So no double hat. So it kind of makes him really bad in this game. And he'll also never be able to get Electro Bolt. So that's also something to remember. Even in Duel and the other multiplayer mode where he does have double hat, because it's a multiplayer, of course, there's no extra ball in multiplayer. He still can't get the Electro Bolt. So, and then here you have best peg party shots, best shots. There's no best duel shots for some reason. Then you have achievements, which in the PlayStation game would be trophies, and downloadable content returned to game library, which is not in the PlayStation version. There's no downloadable content. Downloadable content is like gamer pictures, themes, avatars, garbage. But yeah. But like I was saying with Tula, her flower power, I don't show it in this video, but in Peggle Knights for PC, it's programmed that will always hit at least 2. But obviously in this game, it's still the same as it was in Deluxe, which means it has the possibility to only hit 1. Which in the 360 in the Knights version, it will always at least hit 2. So yeah, there's no buffs to Tula and Warren in this version. And as you can see, you can pick the leaderboards for every single level in the game, which is nice. Compare your scores to your peers or to people who want to fucking mod the leaderboards. As you can see, the score, it shows 3 trophies that you're supposed to have, but no one has that middle trophy, not a single person. So I believe it's the Ace trophy from Peggle Knights, but they never actually, maybe they just forgot about it or they didn't get around to putting it in, because I believe it is the Ace trophy. But yeah, they never got around to putting it in, so that's about it for single player. So now I'm just showing the fact that even in the top right where it says top score local, and this is to show I am connected to the internet, so there's nothing like that, why the score wouldn't show up. So yeah, there's no ace score on any of the Knights levels. So here's the multiplayer. You have Duel and Peg Party. Peg Party is only on the 360 and the PS3. So a Master Duel is the exact same as in the PC version. You play against the computer, and then you have 4 difficulty: easy, normal, and Peggle Master. Then you have a same console duel, which is the same thing, except that you're going against another person. I didn't have a second controller with me at the moment, so I kind of just forgot about the fact that, yeah, you need to have a second controller. That's kind of important. You know, I don't know how I could really forget that, but, you know, sometimes we do stupid shit, and then here's me trying to, like, I was thinking that I was going to get batteries and put another controller, but I was like, because I had another video where I showed off the dual mode, the 2 players, but it's nothing really show off. Same as if you're going against an AI, just a person. So you have an online duel, which you can play a player match, which you can search for any match, or you can play ranked, which will make you go against someone that the game chooses. Or as Jimmy says, play against an Xbox Live equal, but nowadays it's pretty much going to be anyone that's queued in the duel, because not a lot of people play duel anymore. So here you have a Peg Party, which is a big new game mode. New, lol, fucking 20-year-old game. I just said new. But the new game mode for the Xbox and PS3. So basically, it's sort of like Duel, but it's not at all. So I don't know why I said that. But basically, you have shot clock, which determines how long before you have to shoot. You have number of rounds, which the game will end after a set number of rounds. You can make the rounds between 1 and 15, which I don't know why you would do that, because the game will just end after 1 shot, which would really favor certain characters. And then you have random characters, which does not make people random characters. It just makes everyone the same character. So it's kind of a balance out. So if you have someone picking Lucky Spin, and you're like Super Guide, and you're like, okay, I don't want people picking triple score constantly, but I don't like to play random characters. It's fucking stupid. If you play random characters, I don't know what to tell you. You're an idiot. I should say more of what I want to say, but whatever. Because there's a skill in picking certain characters on certain maps and using their abilities. It's not all I'm going to pick Lucky Spin and Zen and fucking Electro Bolt constantly. There's a skill in using Space Blast or Fireball or Flippers or Flower Power or even Super Guide sometimes. But yeah, ranked mode always uses 15 seconds and 10 rounds. This guy uses 15 rounds, which I don't like going 15 rounds, because if you give 15 balls, I mean, pretty much everyone's going to clear the board, so I don't really think there's a sense of urgency when you have that many rounds. It kind of makes it too easy. Because when you have the 10 rounds, it makes it so you kind of have to game plan your way of how you're going to clear the board. So Peg Party's entire concept is that there's 4 people. They each have the same exact board. The oranges are the same. The greens are the same. The blues are the same. And they're all fighting on the same map. All at the same time, but they all have their own map. So your goal is to just get more score than the other person. Your goal is not to clear the board faster or get oranges. Your goal is to get points. Your only goal is points. Obviously, clearing oranges is the best way to get points because multiplier, but you'll be able to check other opponents' boards and see what their strategy is, to see if they're kicking your ass or if you're kicking their ass. And I'm getting my ass kicked right now, but the beginning of the game doesn't really matter too much because it's not about what you're doing. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and that's especially true in this game mode. So the thing about Peg Party is that since you're pretty much only going for score, you have a lot of characters that aren't the greatest, like Super Guide or Pyramid. And then all the points are dual points. So like the long shot doesn't give you 25,000, it gives you the 5,000. The free ball frenzy doesn't give you 100,000 like in a single player. That would be crazy. Great balls of fire. When you get 2 fireballs, I think that gives like 2,500. I think it only gives 2,000 Peg Party and Duel. So obviously some balance tweaks had to be made there. Warren has 2 hats, but once again he'll never be able to get the Electro Bolt. But mostly you're going to be using Electro Bolt, Lucky Spin, Fireball, Zen, maybe Space Blast, because those are the characters that are best at getting points and clearing the board, which is important. So I get triple score, which a lot of people do consider triple score to be very overpowered in this mode because it does last for 2 turns, and unlike Duel, it's not like you're sharing a map so you can actually destroy the map before they do. You're getting your own map, and there's nothing they can do to disrupt your shot. So you can look at someone else's board, but it's not like you can actually do anything. All you can see is if they're going to win or lose. So, but yeah, Electroball does really dominate this game mode because if you get a fever with Electroball, you just get so many points. And I thought I was going to get more points there. I thought I was going to slide down, but, you know. Alright, sorry, ran out of footage, but last thing I want to say is that you can obviously play Peg Party on any map in the game. You can pick any character on any map. The shots, the scores are, like the duel scores, so, you're not going to get all those long shot points, which I explained earlier. And on the main thing to keep in mind, the difference between Peg Party and Duel is that you share a board and you're competing against each other to hit oranges. While Peg Party, you don't have that orange restriction. The characters you can pick are more varied, I feel. And it's 4 players, they have the same board, but, it's theirs, they're not sharing it. But specifically, you have to remember that whoever has the most points at the end wins. So I know I didn't show the ending. I tried to get more footage for this, but, it's hard sometimes because there's not a lot of people playing at certain times, and some people will not be AFK, or there'll be certain settings, like 15 rounds, will just make the game take forever. But 10 rounds are good. Now, the one thing is that, hey, maybe you have an Xbox or PS3 sitting around and you're already playing Peggle on your PC or your phone or some shit, and you're like, is it worth it to buy the game for this one game mode? Hell yeah. Especially if you're on 360, then yeah, it shouldn't even be a debate. It's like $5. And you're going to have to play through the campaign first to get all the characters, but at the same time, it is definitely worth it to buy this game again just for this game mode, because it's infinitely better than Duel. There's a reason no one plays Duel. It fucking sucks. So, that's all I have to say.